the GGrated podcast with Gino and Gray. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? Good to have this time again and spread some news around.
Yeesh. What are we going to be talking about today? The new news is Starfield. Everybody's talking about Starfield. Starfield this, Starfield that. We've been playing it.
I think can get this music, I think, almost to stop and we'd be good.
Yes, dude. We got to play some, or we got to talk about Starfield. It is
There
the
we
new
go.
hotness. It's an interesting topic, man, because it didn't really start out. You know, my feelings for it have changed as I've kept playing it.
Yeah, I feel like we have a million things we can just talk about and talk for hours. I mean, how many hours have you sunk into it so far? I've sunk at least 7 to 8 hours, I think, into it.
Oh yeah, probably that.
We're along the same level. I think I'm 8
I'm
and
like
9.
a level 10 now.
Oh, okay. So,
just saying, you know.
not throwing that out there or anything, you know.
Yeah.
I think what I really want to talk about is the space fights, you know, with the spaceship fights and everything in
Yeah.
space. Man, I just, it's so fun to me. You know, like last night, did you see where, I know you did, but did you see where I just kept dying over and over and over, but I just couldn't stop doing it because it was fun just trying to shoot them down,
And then
shoot
you
the
had
lasers.
to upgrade your ship and stuff.
Yep. Had to upgrade.
Dude, and I found out too, so they can't lock on to you if you're engaging your thrusters. So if you're like in a lot of trouble, so I was actually in a spaceship battle today because I think I was doing that mission that you had done where you have to go to Mars and you get the dude and then you leave. I forget. They all
You're
kind
talking
of blend
about
together.
when you have to get the guy to pay the debt for this other guy?
Maybe. No, this was after. This was part of the main storyline. I got to go save that guy because he got kidnapped by the spacers.
Well, guys,
anyway,
I will say this though. We talked about this last night just to let y'all know. I mean, this game is so huge that we keep talking about, when we're gonna, review this thing. But you got to remember they gave review copies to a lot of these companies like 2 weeks before they even did the early release. And
right.
so we definitely got to take a deep dive. We keep kind of going off the path. We're learning some stuff just like y'all learning right now. So we want to give a good review to you guys and make sure it's a decent and good one, you know, before we throw it out there, you know?
Absolutely. And like my review, dude, like it's going to be so hard for me because I cannot stop comparing this game to Starfield or to Star Citizen. When you're on the ground walking around and doing battles and everything, it's so hard not to compare the two because at times they look very similar. I really do wish that you could actually fly around your ship on the planet in Starfield, dude, and because they have that kind of thing nailed on Star Citizen. And I know they're not the same game. They're not even meant to be.
Yeah.
But if you married those two, it would be like the best game ever made.
Like, there's still an urge. There's an urge to me to want to, while we're sitting here linked up on Discord playing Starfield, there was an urge of like, man, I wish Gray was here with me right now. Get old G-Ray next to me, jumping next to me on these planets and checking out this stuff, you know? But
it would be so cool, man.
So
cool.
I think you're right in the fact that Star Citizen can fill that void. In reference to both of us experiencing that sort of thing. But I feel like it's very polished. It is actually pretty polished.
Yeah,
yes.
It's very polished. I haven't encountered really any bugs except for a loading screen that wouldn't load, but that only happened once.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you'll get the things where you're talking to somebody and then somebody might like walk by and look all weird. Like there was a lady that walked by when I was speaking with this one dude and her like head was up in the air like this. And it just kind of,
y'all can just see Gray right now. He's like, he did the full motion with his head backwards.
But like, other than that, everything has been so smooth and so polished, and it really feels like a real alive, flushed out, organic worlds. Like every place that I've been feels like it's actually lived in. There's like
Yes.
hustle and bustle, people talking, walking around, doing stuff. Like there's
What
so
I
much to
hate
explore.
is that you took too long showing me about the render resolution, because I did it at the very
Yeah,
end last night before I got off. I'm like, let me fool with these settings a little bit. And
sure.
OG Ray was like, "Hey man, you turn up that render resolution." I was at 50%. So I turned it all the way to 100 on high settings. And man, yeah, it dropped the frame rate down to 30, but like
Hmm.
on this kind of game, single player, it was just, it made a huge difference on, like, I see why Bethesda wanted to do 4K 30 on the Series X,
Yeah,
instead of going more for performance. Yeah, it's nice and all, but man, it looks gorgeous, man,
it's
at
so
that full
pretty.
render resolution.
It's a beautiful game. Like that can't be stressed enough. It's really pretty. Um, I don't know.
Well,
The world's like there's so much to look at. And if you just try to like hurry through everything, I think you're going to miss the experience you're supposed to be having or they want you to have rather. So
yeah.
sometimes I got to stop myself from like running around and just walk around and look
Hmm.
and really try to enjoy the journey,
I found it was pretty
you
funny
know.
last night. You're still kind of doing the story missions. You're a little ahead of me, but uh, I started going at New Atlantis, and just I was like, man, I'm just going to run around and see what they got at New Atlantis. And
Hmm.
before you know it, you look at the stream last night that I was streaming. It was like, where are you at? I started finding dinosaurs and stuff at New Atlantis.
Yeah,
It's crazy the stuff that you can actually just find just in the
I
most random
know.
places. So I thought that was so cool. I put a little outpost out there, so now I can land out there if I want to and just chill out. But I mean, super cool little game that you can just visit these. I can't honestly, I can't wait till I finish the campaign, so
Yeah,
the main story, so I can just go visit all these planets and go as
I
far as I
know.
can.
And that was one thing I was telling you before about the space battles is I was having a battle with the spacers, I think, or I forget what the name of the group is, but um there was like 3 versus 1 and I was the one. So I used my thrusters to thrust behind an asteroid so that I could build up my shields again and I picked them off one by one. And it was a really fun space
Oh,
battle
that's awesome.
experience, man. Yeah, it was
That's
cool.
that's awesome. We need to get some clips of that next time.
Oh, for sure.
I'm definitely, what I want to do is, I got your space battle. If you, I know you don't know this, but I was recording when you was doing a space battle, Star Citizen, and
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm gonna throw that clip for you guys next chance I get with a Starfield battle, and I might have to get one of Josh, of you doing the Starship battle,
Huh?
Starfield battle, and do like a little comparison just to see how it looks and how it feels and
Wow.
stuff. But
Yeah.
that is definitely my favorite part, as I've said. So,
Hmm. And I
but
wonder if you could use a joystick with it to actually fly around in space. I wonder if you could use a joystick.
I'm
I'm gonna
kind of
have to
keeping my
try that
ears
out.
closed on that, because the last time you mentioned about like a wheel driving stick, like racing, I went
Uh-huh.
out there and found one and bought one. So now I'm like, no, I don't need to
Right.
spend the money. I don't need to spend the
Bro,
money.
I found one for cheap, man. It's really cheap and it actually works really well. I'm gonna try it out and I'll get back to you on that. I'm gonna try
You're
it
gonna
out
try it
tonight.
on Starfield?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it on Starfield and
That would be
see if
so
I can
cool if it
use a
works.
joystick. I know it'd be dope, but I'm thinking since I'm playing on Steam, maybe it'll let me. But I don't know
Like a
if
Steam
that's
input or
different.
something.
I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to try it and see. But what do you got planned for us today, man?
Man,
We
I
could talk
got
about
something.
Starfield
I think the
all.
next section,
Mhm.
it's a little surprise section. I thought I can give you a little video game quiz, man. Let's see. Let's put your brain to work and see if you can. I got some multiple choice questions. I'm not going to go hard on you,
Okay.
okay? And see if you can get them. What you
Well,
think?
let's roll into it. What you got
All
for me?
right, so I'm going to have 10 questions, multiple choice, as I said. Let's play a little game. You get it's A, B, or C. Ask you a
Okay.
question, see if you get it right. Give you 10 seconds to figure it
10
out.
seconds.
10 seconds
10
because I
seconds
don't
is
need
all
you.
I
I know
get?
you. You be Googling some stuff, you know? So
Yeah.
so we
Okay.
can't do
You got me.
can't do that. So
I'm gonna hold my hands up
yeah.
right here, and I'll Google with
Hands
my
up.
toes so you can't see.
That's so weird, man. No, okay.
That is a weird thing to think about.
All right.
Ooh,
First question. In the game Super Mario Bros., what is Mario's primary objective? Is it A, rescue Princess Peach, defeat Bowser, or collect coins? Start the timer.
Rescue Princess Peach.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Dang, correct.
Hey, I got it right.
Okay. All right.
All right.
This is an easy one. If you don't get this, the show's canceled. So no pressure. No pressure.
Okay.
Which game features a character named Master Chief?
Oh my
A,
gosh.
Call of Duty. 2, Halo. C, Fortnite.
Fortnite. Just kidding.
Oh,
Halo.
cancel. Halo. Correct.
All day.
Correct. All right. So, question number 3. What game introduced? Oh, that's too easy. I'm not going to do that one. That's too easy. I can't do that
Come on,
one.
man.
All right.
Yeah, these are baby modes so
Here
far.
we go. Who is the main antagonist in the Legend of Zelda series? Is it A, Ganon, B, Bowser, C, Dr. Robotnik?
Ganon all day, baby.
Correct. You answered that too quick.
Yeah.
All right. This should be very easy for you. All right. Because I'm just working you up here. All right. Question number 4. In which game would you find the character Lara Croft? A, Assassin's
Tomb Raider, baby.
There you
Tomb
go.
Raider.
Correct.
I don't need that multiple choice. Get that junk out of here.
All right. Ooh, this might be a little tricky here.
All right. I'm going to try it first without the multiple choice, and then if I need it, you can bring in the multiple choice. How
Which
about that?
game series allows players to build and explore their own virtual worlds? Elder Scrolls, Minecraft, or FIFA?
Minecraft, bro. All day. I was going to say Minecraft.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You already gave her correct.
Yes,
Minecraft. All right. Which game introduced the concept of bullet time in gameplay? Is it
Ooh.
A, Max Payne? Yes, it is. Correct.
Got it.
Guys, Max Payne is like one of his favorite games. So
Oh yeah, dude. I love Max Payne.
can't do that one because that one's way too easy.
Yeah.
Well, let me think. I'm trying to make sure I get a little tougher one for you instead of these easy ones. Okay.
Give me a tougher
all right.
one.
So, which is the name of the fictional city in Grand Theft Auto 5? A, Liberty City.
Grand Theft Auto, which one?
5.
Oh, 5.
Listen to the choices.
Okay.
Liberty City for A.
Uh-huh.
B, Vice City. C, Los Santos.
That would be C, Los Santos.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Correct.
Yay! Yeah, it was between that and the first one.
It's because they was in I think like 3. I think 3 and 4.
Liberty City was the one with the Russian guy, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Liberty City. That was like one of my favorite ones,
too.
though. Honestly.
Me too. I actually beat that one. That's like the only one I beat, I think.
7? Yes. All right. Which game features a character named Samus Aran?
I know it. I know this one already.
Right. It's going to be
this one is Metroid.
Yes.
Baby.
Correct. All right. What is the name of the artificial intelligence companion in the Portal series?
Oh my gosh. So Portal
Is it A, Hang on. Is
Portal
it
2. It would have to be
Hey,
Portal
listen,
2, right?
listen. Is
Okay,
it
sorry.
A,
Huh?
Gladys, GLADOS? Is it
Damn it.
B, Wheatley, WHEATLEY? Or is it
Ah.
C, Shell, CHELL?
Wheatley. B. Wheatley. Final answer.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure.
So it doesn't give an answer on that one. So I'm going to have to look
Oh,
that up and see if you got it right. Okay. All
okay.
right.
I think it's Wheatley. I think it's in Portal 2 is what
Because
I
I don't
remember.
know that
You
one
have,
as well. I do not know that one in well.
I believe you have a companion in Portal 2. On 1, you're just talking to the AI the whole time. That's
Are you ready for the answer?
yeah.
You're incorrect.
Was it Gladys?
It is Gladys.
Oh, dang it. I got it wrong. It was Gladys.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Which game features the tagline "War never changes"? Is it
Ooh.
A, Call of Duty? Is it B, Battlefield? Or C, Fallout?
Okay. So let's think about this one because I'm not sure. So the Call of Duty tagline would be let's not leave the kids alone. So it isn't Call of Duty.
Correct. Ding ding ding.
So
Leave the small children alone.
yeah, leave the small children alone. No. So I'm gonna say Battlefield.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Incorrect.
Oh man, what was it?
Fallout. Fallout 4.
Dang
Fallout
it.
4. Yes.
I knew it was Fallout.
You're a
That's
big
what I
Fallout
deep down.
fan. How do you not get that?
Dude, so that's the funny thing. I'm really not a big Fallout fan. Like I've played it, but it didn't grab me. And that's why I was concerned about Starfield when I started playing it. I was like, oh. But I like it. Yeah, it got a lot harder towards the end. Like it was relatively chill, and then I was like, oh no, he's bringing the heat.
I'd say we kind of keep this up a little bit, maybe.
Dude, yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah,
that was really good.
Yeah, you did a good job, man. I guess we can keep the show going. So
thank you, man. You did.
Since
a great
you got
job
the Halo Master Chief with it, you know.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way. Who would miss that one? I mean, gosh. It's crazy how big of a mark in gaming history that really made. I think it was because of that game brought everybody together in homes, hooking up a bunch of TVs, and really made an impact on everybody's lives. I think.
I think so. I mean, even today with Halo Infinite, you know, they had a huge peak player count even on Steam when Halo Infinite released, and that just shows that they have such a huge fan base. You know.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of decimated at this point, but
yeah, that sucks.
But
that was awesome. I'm gonna have to do that with you next week, man. I'm gonna have to bring you some questions.
Bring it on, man. Bring it on.
Well, let's go on to our next segment. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, next segment is news. We got some gaming news coming at you, brought to you by nosponsor.com. If you need a sponsor, don't come here to nosponsor.com.
Hey, man, they've been very dedicated to us lately. So, very dedicated.
Very dedicated. So this news is from me, actually. I'm just going to say I've been playing Starfield on my Steamdeck, and it is very playable. If you're concerned about that, you know, maybe you don't want to get it on Steam because you're not sure if it would run on your Steam Deck. Guess what? It will. There's even some stuff you can do if you dive into like cryo utilities and other mods to make it run better. But for me, it's more than playable. I've been able to use it just fine. You know, of course, everything is on low settings, but I did have it on low and turned up the render resolution and made it look a little bit sharper. I mean, it will dip down in the 20s, but honestly, still very playable.
What's been
especially
your
if you're just
frame
doing
rate?
some quests and stuff.
What's been your frame rate in the cities? in the cities?
In the cities, it'll get down in the 20s, and usually in the cities anyway, I'm just there to go do something, just kind of in and out, so it's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
But let's just say I was on like a moon or something, and I had to take out a bunch of spacers. It stays around 30, and combat did not feel bad at all. So honestly, man, like as far as just wanting to grind out some things, it's going to be nice to bring it along to work and play on my breaks, and then come home, have it kind of sync up with the cloud,
Yeah.
so that I can pick back up on the computer when I want to really play on. You know, I've been playing on 1440p high, so
Yeah.
getting around 30 frames per second. It's
That's a sweet
been
spot.
fine.
That's a sweet
Yeah, it
spot.
is.
Well, I know
So,
ETA Prime and on the deck, I think channel or whatever did a video not too long ago about the
dude,
Steam
he
Deck.
is great. He is great. Shout out to ETA Prime on YouTube. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah. He really breaks it down in a simple manner with all this, and he actually did it on the Steam Deck, and it just like you're saying, the same thing. It's definitely playable. It's definitely playable. Now you're not going to get the high. I think it's a little bit more playable on the Rogue Ally, but
Yeah,
um,
I think so too.
yeah, but for the Steam Deck, for what you have with it, and be able to play your game from Steam, I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that. Just to kind of, like you said,
Yeah,
kind of go in, go out, get a little stuff done. Maybe just search some planets and find some stuff, survey some planets and all. So over,
absolutely.
but I have to ask you just real quick. So your thoughts? I know we talked about it, but what's
hmm
your initial thoughts on Starfield so far before we end this thing?
My initial starts on Starfield. So my initial thoughts on Starfield are that I was slightly disappointed when I started playing, because I was like, this is what all the hype is about. Honestly, that was my thoughts because of all the cutscenes between back and forth of like on and off of the planets. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't get to fly off the planet. What is going on here? But the more I dove into the actual story and the relationships, and getting into fights and exploring and all that stuff, I've grown to like the game more and more. I think what they've done the best thing on is making it immersive, and it's just been a really different gaming experience. Man, as I keep playing, I'm loving it more and more. I am like astounded by the different places you can go, the different folks you can talk to. Like I spent a good 5 or 10 minutes. I found a robot who wasn't able to move anymore, but he could still talk, and he told me jokes for like 5 minutes or something. So I sat there just talking to him, and that was in the middle of a mission. And I went on this mission to go do something else, and then ended up mining and doing something entirely different. And like there's so many different branches and
Yeah,
directions that you can go on. So, and it's all in space. It's in like that kind of universe that I love so much. I love anything to do with space, sci-fi.
yeah,
This is
love it.
basically Skyrim in space, and it's my kind of environment for real.
Yeah. Um, and I agree. My initial impression with it, I'm liking it and stuff. At first, I'm kind of with you. It's kind of hard to admit because I wanted it to be so successful, right?
Right. Yeah,
But
there's a lot of hype behind it.
yeah, it's a lot of hype. But just to know, just to know that if you get into it and you take your time with it, like you said, you kind of get immersed in it, and it makes you kind of
Mhm.
feel a little bit better about it, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, if you do this and do this, you kind of get engrossed into the story a little bit. And I'm not going to go way into it and stuff without because we're going to do a review on it. But it's pretty
Right.
awesome that you can kind of take it slow. You don't have to rush this game, and you can kind of find new things that maybe somebody else did not find before. So I'm enjoying it a
Yeah.
lot. That's all I'm going to say on it right now. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Like there's different aspects of it, man. And I'm going to try not to keep talking about it. But I went on this other mission where it was turned into kind of like horror. And it's amazing that they have all these game mechanics that are there to where the possibilities, there's so many possibilities of stuff that you can do and different experiences in the game that you can have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, I think that the hype is real. You just have to actually like play the game. You actually have to get into it and immerse yourself in the world. It's not
You got to
some
put in the
like,
time. You got to put in the
yeah,
time, right?
it's not some like something that you're just gonna hop in and get a quick squeeze of the juice. Like you gotta actually play it, and it's a full course meal. It isn't some like milkshake.
Yeah.
So
I love
that's
your
how I would
analogies there,
explain
Gray. Love your
it.
analogies.
Yeah,
Love it. Love it.
it's a deep experience, and I'm really liking it. So, but we're definitely going to talk more about it. We're going to give a more in-depth review from your average GG rated gamers.
And hopefully we
And
have a guest speaker on the next podcast coming
yeah,
up.
dude.
So
Yeah,
we
that'd
won't
be
release
great.
those details yet, but y'all tune
Is
in.
yeah, is he playing it too?
I don't know if he's playing it yet. I'm going to have to ask him, but he has played all the other, like No Man's Sky and stuff like that. So if at the very
Okay.
least he'll be able to give the take. But y'all definitely tune in for it and check us out on you can look right below. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts as well. We're on all of those platforms. Make sure you hit that follow button and stay tuned. We'll be here again next week.
We sure will. It's going to be fun, man, to keep diving in all this stuff. And I'm basically just going to be playing this game probably until next week. So
Same here.
Yeah. So yeah, this was a quick one today, quick and dirty. We just kind of went over Starfield a little bit, barely dipped our toes into it, and had a fun little section that's probably going to be a new staple to the show. So appreciate everybody listening, and have a good one.
See y'all the next time. Peace.